My name is Ryan Iler. I'm working on Quodd Heroes, which is an action strategy kind of platformer board game. Pretty unique experience. And yeah, I'm from Ottawa, Canada. And my company is Wonderment Games. Is that it?
What was your gateway game to gaming?
My gateway game? Probably Settlers of Catan. I guess that's a lot of people's answer, but yeah, I think that was the first sort of like hobby game that I played.
So are you working on any future projects at the moment?
Yes. The short answer is yes, but nothing is that far along yet because I'm trying to get this game out to my backers. But yeah, I've got a bunch of interesting ideas that I can't wait to pursue. Can't really talk about them yet, but...
No, of course. So, how is the gameplay and everything developed from when you first started to what it's currently at?
That's a good question. What makes this game is these cube-shaped things. So this game started off with me having an idea pop into my head of having a different action associated with each face of a thing. And I literally popped into my head, I grabbed some dice, I stuck just plain white stickers on them and drew arrows and things on the face of the dice, called my kids downstairs and we played it within 10 minutes of me coming up with the idea. And I immediately went, wow, that is going to be so cool. And now it's 5 years later. We've gone from basically dice with stickers to what we have now. So that's the broad answer, the quick overview of where it's come from.
And for the process for Kickstarter, have you run into a lot of hiccups since this is your first campaign?
Yes. Well, hiccups in the sense that I've learned a lot, and it's taken quite a lot longer than I thought it would to get to production. We go to production sometime in August, I think. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot to learn, and the game almost doubled in size with Kickstarter. We did kind of better than expected, and I was a little overzealous with stretch goals, I think. Lessons learned, but it's made the game awesome. And I learned a lot. I'm a graphic designer by trade. I do graphic design and animation, but I worked in the digital space, so this is a print project, so I had a lot to learn, and I made mistakes, and I eventually brought in Matt Paquette, who's really helped me sort of get things ready for print. So yeah, I've learned a lot about every step of the process. Still lots to learn, but the next project will go more smoothly.
Is there any advice you'd like to give first-time Kickstarters launching?
The advice that I always give everybody isn't so much about game creation or all of that. It's just have an audience, which everybody says. But I've encountered a bunch of creators who have a really cool game, and they think when they throw it on Kickstarter it's going to just fun. But you have to have an audience, have a mailing list, and be at cons like Gen Con and do the first exposure playtest hall and get people playing your game and get legitimate feedback outside of your playtest group. And yeah, and get their names and get their email addresses, because you're not going to probably won't fund unless you come with an audience.
Perfect. So you were saying that you're going into production in August. Do you have a potential date for going to backers at this point?
We'll probably be on boats by the end of October, early November. So backers would get at the earliest end of December probably, or early January. That is an estimate at this point. I just got my pre-production copy on the day before Gen Con. So I have to go back home to Ottawa and just review everything and make sure everything's all right. I get my second set of mini samples because the first set was kind of wrong, just too big. I should have those in the next week, I think. And yeah, so we should be good to go soon.